You know who doesn't get the love that I think he deserves? William Lockwood. Now, I know a lot of people probably remember Lockwood, but there hasn't necessarily been all too many things said about him over the past little bit. And part of that is because we got a lot of other really good prospects that we have our eyes on and that are giving us reasons to talk about. William Lockwood is not necessarily in that ballpark. In terms of guys that are just on his team, we got guys like Quinn Hughes, who we all love and adore, who are tearing things up as Michigan's #1 point scorer. In other news, we got the Northeastern University Huskies. We got Adam Gaudette last year, and we have Tyler Madden, his replacement this year. But nobody kinda remembers William Lockwood in regards to these discussions. We haven't been talking about him all too much. Is that for good reason? Is this an indicative tale of how he's going to turn out? Or is there more than meets the eye for this young Vancouver Canucks prospect? William Lockwood was drafted in the 2016 NHL entry draft in the 3rd round, 64th overall by the Vancouver Canucks. He's listed as a right winger with a right-handed shot, 5'11", 172 pounds. He's 20 years old and playing in his 3rd year as a junior at the University of Michigan. He's at 19 points in 24 games played this season in the NCAA, but it should be noted that the Michigan Wolverines really aren't all too good right now. Like, seriously, they're not as good as people thought that they were going to be. People were saying, oh yeah, Quinn Hughes is going to go back to Michigan, win himself a state championship, then come over to the NHL. But Quinn Hughes is leading his team in points, and the Michigan Wolverines are on a negative tear, I'm pretty sure. They're really not doing all too well. But William Lockwood on this team, fairly under a point per game, 19 points, 24 games. But is there really all too much to be excited for here? Lockwood, playing in his freshman season at Michigan University, got 20 points in 30 games played, which is not bad. That's .66 points per game, certainly not bad for a freshman. Going into his 2nd year, though, in 2017-18, this was kind of the worst year scenario for William Lockwood. He played 16 games and got himself 11 points before going over to the World Juniors in Buffalo. And the worst thing that could have happened to him happened. His shoulder basically got messed up, and he missed the rest of the year. He missed out on so much hockey that his entire season, his entire hype train, it was all just set up to a halt, and he ended off with that 11 points in 16 games. Going into this year, though, he's healthy again, finally, and he's up there at 19 points, 24 games. And now we can take a look at it and say that William Lockwood is not exactly the most prized prospect in the Vancouver Canucks system. And honestly, it makes sense. You know, the guy didn't play for all this time. The guy's not at a significantly high points per game. So there's not all too much for us to look at in saying, wow, Lockwood is one of the best Canucks prospects. And believe me, I'm not arguing here that he is one of the best. Certainly he's one that has some sort of value as a 20-year-old, but Lockwood still has some redeeming qualities in regards to how he plays and how he'll develop. Lockwood is mostly a two-way guy. That's primarily his objective when he plays these games. He's able to do things at both ends of the ice, solidly, defensively, and offensively, but it's kind of interesting to take a look at it because he is a right winger. In terms of the guys that we have on the right wing, we got guys like Lind, Virtanen, and Brock Besser too. So there's a lot of room for competition amongst the Vancouver Canucks right wingers in terms of our depth chart. In addition, though, Lockwood does have that added benefit of being a solid two-way player, which is not something that the likes of Jake Virtanen or maybe even a Brock Besser, or certainly not a Cole Lind, could say for themselves. Now, another aspect to talk about is his physical game, and I've seen a lot of people over the years be very impressed by what he offers physically, in terms of body checks, in terms of puck battles and all that, because he is only 5'11", 172 pounds. So he's not necessarily going to go up in these physical battles and come away victorious every single time. But the fact is, he's going in there, and he's making an effort to do so, which is one of the things that people like so much about Lockwood, is his drive, his dedication, and overall what he offers to a team. Now, does he have any NHL potential? I don't know. Should he? Because he is a third-round pick? I don't know. But going into things, I wouldn't be surprised if Lockwood got an extended look at, let's say, maybe the Utica Comets in a year or two. Who knows if he plays his senior year with Michigan, but if he doesn't and he's in Utica, then I'll be wishing him the best for sure, because as a third-round guy, Lockwood is basically in the same boat as Tyler Madden, except Tyler Madden is doing much better in his freshman year than Lockwood is doing in his junior year. William Lockwood. Comment down below what you guys think. Is he an NHL caliber prospect? Is he going to have an NHL future? And if not, what's his ceiling? Is he going to be a top-line AHL'er? Is he going to be a bottom-six AHL'er? Are the Canucks not even going to sign him in 2 years when he's done college? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video plus gaming. And bye.